Okay, once again, good afternoon, everyone. In the previous class, we have discussed the important question that is regarding to the sampling theorem. The one more topic remaining in the first unit, that is signal processing, is reconstruction of signal. Reconstruction of signal. This particular topic is also very familiar to you. Why? Because this topic is also has been studied by you in second year, second semester of your BTech. Okay, reconstruction of signals. So, a slight difference is there between the same topic what you have learned in your previous semester to the present semester. In that one, in the previous semester, that means in second year, second semester, you have studied the reconstruction of the signal with the help of Fourier transformation. But for current semester, that is in control processing, sorry, digital control systems, the reconstruction of signal is going to be carried out with the zero order hold circuit. The zero order hold circuit. So let me complete this topic in this present class. It will take hardly 20 to 25 minutes. So after 25 minutes, I am about to close the class. Don't worry. So let me go to the topic slide. Okay, we are about the slide. And the topic of your today's class is reconstruction of sampled signals using hold circuits. Reconstruction of sampled signals using hold circuits. That means we are going to reconstruct the original analog signal. The original analog signal. That original analog signal is going to be reconstructed with the help of hold circuits. Hold circuits. The name itself is going to describe as reconstruction of sampled signals. Sampled signals means whenever an analog signal is going to be passed through a sampler or a sampling process. It is carried out through a sampling process. The analog signal is converted into a discrete signal. That particular discrete signal is also called as sampled signal. Sampled signal. So, so for this particular topic, we are going to reconstruct the back analog signal. Whatever the analog signal which is going to be come back from the sampler, it is going to be reconstructed back with the help of zero order hold circuits. Zero order hold circuits. Here comes a question that what is the main use of conversion of analog to digital and digital to analog? So, so the answer for this question is in case of digital to analog or analog to digital conversion, the main motto of its conversion is to modify the application result. Is to modify the application result. That means the signal has to be modified with respect to the application of the user. The main motto of this particular conversion, whether it may be analog to digital or digital to analog, the main motto of this particular conversion is to construct or modify that particular signal with respect to the user application. If a particular user wants to send that particular signal for a prescribed application, the signal has to be modulated with respect to the user application. With respect to the user application. So in case of some analog signals, there is no possibility of this particular modulation. For that reason, that analog signal is going to be modified into digital signal, and that discrete or digital signal is going to be reconstructed or modified with respect to the user and it is going to be get back to your normal analog signal. So here, here that particular modified analog signal, that particular modified analog signal, sorry, digital signal is going to be converted to the normal analog signal with the help of a particular circuit called as hold circuit. Hold circuits. In general, up to now, we have discussed only one type of hold circuits. Up to present class, we have studied only one type of hold circuits. That hold circuit is zero order hold. Apart from the zero order hold circuits, we are having another hold circuits also. Okay, we will discuss that particular rest of the hold circuits in the present class itself. So mainly, let me discuss why these hold circuits are used. That that means where the hold circuit are used. Okay, the hold circuits are popularly used in the process of analog to digital conversion as well as the vice versa, that is digital to analog conversion. The hold circuits are popularly used in the process of analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversion. In this one, the first conversion is regarding to the analog to digital conversion. In case of the analog to digital conversion, the hold circuit is used to hold the sample. That means it is going to stop the sample for a certain time period. Up to how much time period? Till that particular sample is going to experience the quantization and coding error. That means in case of the analog to digital conversion process, the signal is holded by that particular hold circuit until the next sample is going to be approached to that particular interval. It is going to be hold for a particular time period up to how much time? When the next interval is going to be approached to that particular instant. That means if the whole circuit is going to be hold that particular signal at t is equal to 0, and it is going to be holded that signal up to how much interval? Whenever the next sample is going to be approached to t is equal to 0. That particular process is called as the quantization and coding, and this particular holding operation is going to be carried out in analog to digital conversion itself. Analog to digital conversion itself. That means in case of the analog to digital conversion, the holding operation is going to be carried out until the quantization and coding of the sample is completed. Whereas, in digital to analog conversion process, we are having different types of the hold circuit. Why? Because in case of the digital circuit, it is the main advantage of the digital conversion or digital signal is it is very variant, versatile signal. Versatile signal means it can be adopted to any kind of modifications. Therefore, in digital to analog conversion process, various types of the hold circuits are used. Various types of the hold circuits are used. Why? Because the discrete signal can be get back to the normal analog signal. And the simplest hold circuit used for this conversion process, the simplest hold circuit used for this particular discrete to analog conversion process is called zero order hold circuit. Zero order hold circuit. Okay, the simplest and cheapest device also circuit. The fabrication of the zero order hold circuit is very simple and also very cheap when compared to the analog to digital conversion fabrication. And the main circuit which is used for this particular digital to analog conversion is zero order hold circuit. Zero order hold circuit. So, in zero order hold circuit, the signal is going to be reconstructed such that the reconstructed signal for a sampling period is same as the last received sample. That means The modification is going to be carried out in the sample signal itself. Sample signal itself. And that particular sample signal has to be converted to the normal analog signal. So, if the input analog signal which is given to the sampler is having a time period of 25 seconds and the modification is going to be done in sampled signal, the same time period has to be reconstructed after the conversion also. That means if t is equal to 25 seconds is the input analog signal which is given as an input to the sampler, and the analog signal is going to be converted into the digital signal, and certain modifications are done with the help of user applications, and the modified sampled signal is going to be converted to the normal analog signal with the help of zero order hold circuit. With the help of the zero order hold circuit, the same time period is going to be carried out. This is the main advantage in case of the zero order hold circuit. Zero order hold circuit. Okay, let me show the arrangement, schematic diagram arrangement for a sampler and a zero order hold in this bottom figure. Okay, so here is the figure which is going to be representing a sampler which is going to be connected to a zero order hold circuit in cascaded position itself. That means a sampler is going to be constructed to the zero order hold circuit in cascaded position. That means let f of t is the analog signal. F of t here, this f of t is the analog signal which is going to be given as an input. This f of t is an input signal which is given as an input to the sampler. This analog signal is going to be converted into sampled signal with the help of this particular sampler. That means f of t is going to be converted to the fs of t. Fs of this is t. Here, this fs of t is going to be modified with respect to the user application, and this particular fs of t is given as an input to the zero order hold circuit. So the main purpose of the zero order hold circuit is to convert the discrete signal to the analog signal. So here the fs of t is going to be converted to the ffs of t. That means frs of t means the reconstructed signal. It is clear? That means f of t is the input analog signal which is given as an input to the sampler, and f of t is going to be converted to the fs of t. That means analog is going to be converted to the digital, and the modification is going to be carried out with respect to the user application. And again, that fs of t is given as an input to the zero order hold. Therefore, the sampled signal fs of t, digital sampled signal, is going to be converted into FRS of t. That means the reconstructed signal. Here, the reconstructed signal is also of analog type. The FRS of t is a reconstructed signal which is of analog type. Okay, this is the schematic arrangement which is going to be representing a sampler and a hold circuit which is used for the conversion of analog to analog. That means analog signal is going to be converted into the digital or discrete, and discrete signal is again converted back to the analog signal with the help of the cascaded operation of both sampler and zero order hold circuit. Okay. Now in the next diagram, I will show how the signal is going to be reconstructed with the help of the zero order hold circuit. This is the basic arrangement diagram. In the next slide, I will show how The signal is going to be reconstructed to the original signal with the help of the zero order hold. That means the discrete time signal is going to be converted to the analog signal. How that process is going to be carried out, how the discrete samples are going to be converted to the continuous samples as a analog signal. Okay. So in the slide you are able to observe, you are able to observe fs of t. Fs of t is the sampled signal, is the sampled signal. So by taking these particular samples at different time intervals, by taking the samples at different time intervals, the signal is going to be constructed back as a reconstructed signal as taking this one. Here we are able to observe that at point 0 the signal is going to be taken as a magnitude. That means the reverse one, it is, if this it is having a magnitude of 2, the signal is going to be started at 2, started at 2. Again the next sample is going to be started at 3. Let us suppose it is 3. Therefore the sample is going to be started from 2 and it is going to rise to 3. Again with respect to this discrete pulse, let us suppose this value is 4, this value is 4. Again the signal is going to be raises to the 4, and after that it is going to be raised to around 4.5, and after that here while coming to this one, the magnitude of this particular signal, the magnitude of this particular signal has been decreased and reaches to the 4. Therefore from 4.5 to 4 the signal is going to be carried out, and after that with regular intervals of the time intervals the signal is going to be in decreasing order, is in decreasing order. So so in this way the sampled signal is going to be converted to the reconstructed signal. Sampled signal is going to be converted to the reconstructed signal. That means this particular one, this particular signal, the dotted line is a nothing but called as the original signal, and this particular thick line in the bottom figure is a reconstructed signal, is a reconstructed signal. That means this reconstructed signal is modified. That means the sampled signal which is came after the sampling process is going to be modified into the user application. Therefore, again the user application based sampled signal is going to be converted to the analog signal. So here the dotted signal is the original signal which is given as an input, and this particular thick line is a modified analog signal with respect to the user application. With respect to the user application. So in this one, that means in case of the reconstructed signal process, reconstruct of the signal process, the high frequencies, that means the high frequency parameters which are presented in the signal is easily filtered out with the help of the control system elements. That means this particular control system is basically a low pass filter. During the process of the zero order hold, it is somewhat acts as a low pass filter. Therefore, the high frequency parameters which are presented in the reconstructed signal is going to be eliminated with some of the parameters of the control system. That means this particular zero order hold circuit is going to be acts as a low pass filter. Low pass filter. Okay. Apart from the zero order hold circuits, we are having one more, not one more, we are having several hold circuits. In that one, the major one is first order hold circuit. First order hold circuit. In case of the first order hold circuits, the last two signal samples. In case of the first order hold circuit, the last two signal samples are used to reconstruct the signals for the current sampling period. That means in case of the first order hold circuit, we are going to take two consecutive signals. That means the samples of this particular two signals are going to be used to get back to the normal signal which is given as an input to the filter, sorry, sampler. In case of the zero order hold, only one signal is going to be reconstructed back. But in case of the first order hold circuit, we are going to take the samples of two different consecutive signals. The samples of these two consecutive signals is going to be used to reconstruct the signal with respect to the accurate sampling period. With respect to the accurate sampling period. Okay. Whereas in case of the sample data control system, that means in major applications of digital control, digital controllers, the zero order hold uh, with respect to the conjugative position or cascaded position of the sampling is going to give the satisfactory performance. So, in order to obtain a satisfactory performance in case of the sample data control systems, the zero order hold circuit in cascaded position of the sampler is very much used. Very much used. Okay, this is about how the reconstructed of sample signal is going to be converted to the analog signal with the help of the hold circuit. With the help of the hold circuit. Let me explain once again. Why? Because this particular question is asked repeatedly for 4 marks. Huh? 4 marks in your previous university question papers. Previous university question papers. Okay. The title of our today topic is reconstruction of sampled signals using hold circuit. Reconstruction of sampled signals using hold circuits. Okay. Here the hold circuits are properly used. Mainly the hold circuits are properly used for the process of analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversion. The hold circuits are properly used for the process of analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversion. In case of the analog to digital conversion, this particular hold circuit is used to hold that particular signal for a time period of quantization and coding. Quantization of coding means whenever the next sample is going to be approached to the particular holding period. Particular holding period. Whereas in case of the digital to analog conversion process, these hold circuits are used. These hold circuits are used to convert the discrete time signal to the analog time signal. In case of the digital to analog conversion, these particular hold circuits are used for the conversion process of the discrete time signal to the analog time circuit, and the simplest and cheapest hold circuit which is used for the process, this particular conversion process, is a zero order hold circuit. Zero order hold circuit. So, in case of the zero order hold circuit, the signal is going to be reconstructed with such that the reconstructed signal is also having the same sampling period. Which have sampling period. That means if a signal is going to be sampled, that means converted from analog to digital at a time period of 25 seconds, after reconstruction process also we are going to get the same time period, that is about t is equal to 25 seconds. That means this is the major advantage of the zero order hold circuits. Advantage of zero order hold circuits. So let me show the schematic arrangement of how the signal is going to be constructed. That means schematic arrangement which is used for conversion of analog to digital and digital to analog. So here is the arrangement. So here is the arrangement which is going to be representing a sampler in cascaded position of a zero order hold. Sampler in cascaded position of a zero order hold. Let us suppose f of t is an analog signal which is given as an input to the sampler, and f of t is going to be converted to the sampled signal, that is fs of t, and here the modifications is going to be carried out with respect to the user, and again that fs of t is going to be given as an input to the zero order hold, and again that fs of t is going to be converted into frs of t. That means frs of t is nothing but reconstructed signal. Reconstructed signal. That means this is the cascaded position of a sampler and zero order hold circuit. So in the next slide, I will show the schematic arrangement, which is how the signal is going to be reconstructed back to the analog signal. So here is the diagram which is going to be representing the sampled signal to the reconstructed signal. Here the fs of t, the upper figure is nothing but the fs of t, that is sampled signal with respect to the original signal, sampled signal with respect to the original signal. Here we are able to observe different times of the time periods or different samples, different samples. So, for example, the first sample is going to be starts at t is equal to 0 with a magnitude of 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Again, the magnitude is going to be raised to the 3 seconds. After that, is going to be raised to the 4. After that, it is going to be raised to 4.5. So, the same particular times are going to be plotted up and it is going to be joined. So, the below figure which is going to be represented in the form staircase form is nothing but called as a reconstructed signal. So the below figure is going to be representing the reconstructed signal along with the original signal. So in this way the sampled signal is going to be converted into the reconstructed signal with the help of a zero order hold circuit. And also one more advantage which is going to be adopted in zero order hold circuit is the high frequencies which are presented in the reconstructed signal. The high frequencies which are going to be presented in the reconstructed signal is going to be filtered up with different control system elements. Why? Because this particular zero order hold circuit is going to be acts as a low pass filter. Low pass filter. Okay. Therefore, the high frequencies which are going to be presented in the reconstructed signal is going to be filtered up with this particular zero order hold circuit. Why? Because zero order hold circuit is going to be acts as a low pass filter. So apart from the zero order hold circuit, we are having another hold arrangement or circuit arrangement. That particular arrangement name is called as first order hold circuit. First order hold circuit. So in case of the first order hold circuit, the last two signal samples are used to reconstruct the signal with respect to the corresponding sampling period. That means, in case of the zero order hold, only one signal sample is going to be taken for the reconstruction process. Whereas in case of the first order hold circuit, two different consecutive signal samples are going to be used to reconstruct it back the signal with the same sampling period. But in any or plenty of practical digital applications, practical applications for satisfactory performance, the zero order hold circuits are very much used in case of the sampled data control systems. Sampled data control systems are nothing but the practical based control systems. Here, the zero order hold circuits are going to be used very much. That means how the zero order hold circuits are going to be used, it is going to be in conjugative position with the sampler. That means the cascaded position of the sampler with respect to the zero order hold circuit, which gives a satisfactory performance in case of the sampled data control system. Okay, with this particular topic we are going to complete the unit 1. So after this I will discuss the previous university question papers. I am having two sets of the question papers, that is 2019 question paper and 2020 question paper. but but I have obtained that question papers with respect to the R13 syllabus. R13 syllabus. That means some of the minor topics has been changed with respect to the R13. So remaining topics are very much clear. So let me share that particular previous university question papers with you, so that what are the topics we have covered and what are the different types of the questions he is going to be asked in unit 1. Okay. Okay. This is the previous university question paper. That means it is going to be in 2020 recently. It is a supplementary question paper with respect to the R13 syllabus, digital control systems, in September 2020 for supplementary. Only a single set has been released for that one. So let us have a glance of this particular question paper. So for the 2 marks, state sampling theorem. State sampling theorem. That means the statement of the sampling theorem has to be stated. And coming to the first question, that is, second question of part B. That means first question of the part B. Explain the implementation problems in digital control. Explain the implementation problem in digital control. That means you have to describe the digital control system process. That means the block diagram arrangement of digital control system. Explain the implementation problem in digital control means you have to explain the block diagram representation of a digital control system. That means we have discussed that particular block diagram. That block diagram is going to be developed with a digital computer. Digital computer. So you have to explain that particular block diagram representation. And B bit is describe zero order hold circuit with necessary diagrams and equations. Describe the zero order hold circuit with necessary diagrams and equations. That means we have discussed the frequency responses, that means frequency domain characteristics of zero order hold circuit. In the previous class means in yesterday 4th hour, I have discussed the zero order hold circuit. That means the frequency characteristics of the zero order hold circuit. So you have to write that particular answer for this particular question. Okay. So these are the two questions which are going to be obtained from unit 1. Unit 1. Therefore, let me discuss the second set of question papers, that is which comes in the as a regular or supplementary question papers in 2019. Regular or supplementary examination question papers in 2019. So here in case of the 2019, 4 different sets are going to be obtained. Why? Because it is a regular and supplementary based. So let us discuss the set number 1. Briefly explain the basic components of the digital control system. Here, the A bit in the first question. Briefly explain the basic components of the digital control system. That means you have to draw the basic block diagram of the digital control system. The basic block diagram of the digital control system. Coming to the second question, explain the merits and demerits of digital control systems compared with analog control systems. Explain the merits and demerits of digital control systems compared with analog control systems. That means you have to write the advantages of digital control systems, which I have expressed in the first class itself. In the first class itself, I have explained the advantages or nothing but the merits of digital control system. That particular advantages are nothing but merits of digital control system when compared with the analog control systems. And B bit is derive the transfer function of zero order hold circuit. Derive the transfer function of zero order hold circuit means same frequency characteristics of the zero order hold circuit. That means we have obtained the final equation, that is GH naught of J omega, capital GH naught of J omega, magnitude and phase response. So you have to derive that particular equation for this question. Now we will discuss for the second set, that is, so the first question is, what are the disadvantages of the digital control system over the analog control systems? We are having majorly, only advantages, not the disadvantages. The main disadvantage in case of the digital control system is we can able to convert it with the help of a zero order code circuit. The major modification is going to be carried out in zero order code circuit itself. This is the major drawback which is comes under a digital control system when compared with the analog system. So in case of the second question, describe any two examples of digital control system. Explain or describe any two examples of digital control systems. So this question is regarding to the practical application of digital control system. Practical application of digital control system is microprocessor based digital control system is there. Microprocessor based digital control system is there. So that particular answer has to be noted up for this question. Okay, and again bbit is explain the frequency domain characteristics of zero order code. Same previous question itself, we have to obtain the transfer function or zero order code, that is gh naught of j omega. This is with respect to the set number 2. And with respect to the set number 3, what are the advantages of the digital control system or analog control system? Same question. That means it can be asked for 4 marks and even for 7 marks itself. And coming to the second question, that means the first question in the part B, draw and explain the general block diagram of discrete data control system. Same, the block diagram of digital control system or discrete data control system. And explain how zero order hold helps in data reconstruction. Today's topic, reconstruction of signal using zero order hold circuit. Reconstruction of signal using zero order code circuit. That means present topic. We have discussed in this present class reconstruction of the sample signal using zero order code. Okay, the same answer has to be noted up for this question. Now going for the last set, set number 4. What is sampling theorem? What is its importance? What is sampling theorem and what is its importance? Mainly the sampling theorem is used for calculating of the sampling frequency. That means for sampled signal, we are going to calculate the sampling frequency rate. This is the main importance and sampling theorem. That means you have to note it up the statement of the sampling theorem. And coming to the second question, that means explain in detail the process of sampling and reconstruction of signals. That means you have to write two different answers for this one. We have to explain the sampling process and at the same time you have to write the reconstruction of the signals using zero order code also. Sampling process has to be noted up and the reconstruction of the signals is also going to be noted up for this question. So draw the schematic arrangement of basic discrete data system and explain the same. That means you have to describe the basic block diagram of discrete or digital control system. Discrete or digital control system. So these are the previous university question papers which are asked in 2020 and 2019. Okay. So all the questions are very much familiar, but one topic has to be lagging. That means it is nothing but a practical application of the digital control system. I will give the answer for this one, no problem. In the material, I will place the answer for this one. You can clearly study from that particular material itself. Okay. So with this, we are going to complete the unit 1 of your DCS. And at the same time, let me wind up the class for today. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.